What's going on, y'all? Here we got parents who owe child support could have passports revoked under new rule. Wow. It's getting crazy, man. In the U.S., man, things are heating up, man. For real. As far as Americans who still struggling financially, you know. People got shit going on, man, you know. They trying to go after the passports. Shoot, it's so many people who still haven't even required their passport before. Parents who are far behind on child support could have their U.S. passports revoked. The State Department plans to start taking action on its own. Instead of waiting until someone renews a passport, the goal is to prevent some people from traveling internationally until they address what they owe. It's crazy. Officials said the first group targeted will be people who owe more than $100,000 in past due child support. Man, if you owe that much, if you owe over $20,000 to $50,000, bro, that's tough. But I understand life happens, man. They also said someone may be able to avoid losing a passport by setting up a payment plan after being warned. If the government later lowers the dollar amount, many more could be affected. Oh yeah, the dollar amount is going to continue to drop. Oh yeah. When? That part I don't know, but more than likely the chances are high when it comes to the dollar bill losing its value. But when it comes to like people owing over like $20,000 to $50,000 in child support, man, it's outrageous, man. This is outrageous. On over $100,000 in child support, like damn, dog. They racking up debt like they racking up these type of numbers in debt when it comes to child support. That's crazy. But when I see these numbers, I'm thinking about people like middle class or people that's in a higher tax bracket. You know what I mean? I'm not thinking about the poor, because for you to owe that much in child support, it just shows like you down there making good income. Like, you know what I mean? You making some, because for somebody to even charge you a certain amount for it to add up to like 100,000, and this could have been over the course of maybe 5 years, maybe more. Like, dude, who knows? But the thing about it, man, it just shows like the disadvantage a lot of men have now. There's women out there that pay child support. There's men out there that has full coverage and custody of their kids. But how many situations are like that though? You know what I mean? How many situations are like that where the man has full custody and the woman is paying child support? Like, you know what I mean? That ain't usually the case, and we all know that. But in some situations, that may be the case. But when we talking about child support, it's vast majority, bro. It's a lot of men having to go through situations like this. But getting your passport revoked, I guess it makes sense, because a lot of these things that we have, a lot of accommodations that we have in America, bro, it be based off privileges. A lot of stuff be a privilege to have, like the privilege to leave your country and travel, have a passport. Like, come on now. And when it comes to people who grew up in poverty, it's a privilege to have your own space, your own house, your own vehicle, your own. It's like the smallest things you would think the higher ups don't really care about. It'll be seen as like a privilege to the poor people, like, you know what I mean? Especially things like this, like having your passport, being able to leave the country and stuff. That's a privilege. Like, where I come from, where I grew up, man, you don't get a chance to leave the state, the city, you know what I mean? But when you able to leave the country, fly out the country, you know what I mean? That's everything. Shout out Emirates, you know what I mean? It's a new age, man. It's a It's a different paradigm, but the thing about it is America is definitely cracking down on people who owe a lot in debt. It don't matter what type of debt it is. If you got debt in child support, they coming to see you. They coming to collect, man. You know what I mean? If you got a business, make sure you've been filing your taxes and things of that nature when it comes to your LLCs and your S corporations and things of that nature. You know what I mean? Make sure you filing your taxes every year and doing it the right way. You know what I mean? Because the IRS, government, they be on air, they be cracking down on it. And what Trump been trying to do is get this country out of debt as fast as possible. Even with the dollar bill losing its value. And he's already negotiating with China on issues we having as a nation with Canada. It's crazy. Now I don't like to speak on things that's beyond me in a political sense, because that's not where I be focused on. That's not the type of information that I would speak on. But it's just some things we got to be aware of within our own country. But part of doing that is being aware of what's going on with outside influences or people that may be, you know what I mean, having some type of connection or ties to what's taking place or what's going on in the long run with America. But if it makes sense to y'all watching this video. But yeah, man, what y'all think, man? Comment down below, man. Should people who owe child support, should they get their passports revoked, or is America, is this new rule a little too much? Let me know down below, man. Is it a good thing that people are getting their passports revoked for owing so much in child support, or just in so much in debt in general, or is this going a little bit too far? Because I think some things may have to change in order for us to become more stable here in America, man. Economically, you know what I mean, financially. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. It's Byron sharing with y'all my millionaire mindset. And I'll see y'all in the next video.